What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Marv Santana coaching series here on NCAA 14. Today we got ourselves a pretty good one as we are taking on the UAB Blazers in a Mercedes-Benz Superdome as we made it to the New Orleans Bowl. First season as an FBS coach, and we are excited to see if we can take the Idaho Vandals to a even more historic season. Not only a double-digit win season, but also win this bowl game, so it should be a good one. Make sure you smash that like button as well. Subscribe to the channel if you have to be brand new. Let's go ahead and get into some game action. So we do get the ball to start this game, and it's going to be very, very important for us to get onto a very good start. You know, in these bowl games, you know, it's easy for momentum to shift. The emotions are skyrocketing as seniors on both sides most likely are playing in their final games, particularly with some of these smaller schools, you know, that don't get a lot of NFL guys. I know that's the case for us as well as for UAB. So it's important for us to get off to a good start, make sure that we don't have, you know, any, don't want to start off slow is really what I'm trying to say. So Will Carter already got us going, man. We already at the 15. As now, you know, this is very foreign territory for Idaho just because I can't believe I missed Randy Young, but it's all good because Terrence Palmer almost gets us into the end zone anyways. I could have had a touchdown with Randy Young, but instead we're going to have to settle with Patrick Phillips getting a touchdown instead. You know, first world problems, but we're still going to be up 7-0 anyways. As UAB is still trying to find their groove, we definitely have found ours very early on in this ball game, bro. As now we throw it to Randy Young over the middle for a gain of 11. Can't be leaving that middle wide open for me. As now we'll switch things up now with the read option. Get it to our boy Blake Griffin. He's able to get across the 40. You know, as Idaho's playing really good. We're off to a phenomenal start so far. As you know, like I said, this is foreign territory for us. We're not used to going to bowl games. So this could be huge for that Idaho football program if we can actually win this bowl game. Even though maybe the New Orleans Bowl is not the most prestigious, but you know, when you're a small program, you take what you can get, man. It's as simple as that. As Fred Burnett gets us almost into the red zone already, we're definitely looking really good. Have a chance to make this a 14-0 ball game real quick as we're able to get to the outside. Michael Edwards breaking some tackles. He wants it bad today. Capture card does mess up a little bit. It was a little shook from that hard running from Michael Edwards. He can break some tackles, do some hard running too, but Fred Burnett finishes it strong for us here, man. We have a 2-touchdown lead. As now we find ourselves back on the field once again. We're looking really good so far, man. I am proud of this football team. As Harley is bulldozing through guys, another first down, and Blake Griffin has been absolutely on fire. He's, with that pass right there, that makes it 10 straight completions. He is now 10 for 10 right now. This man absolutely balling out, completely on a mission. As there's another great throw, this time to Randy Young, that goes for a first down. And now we'll see Blake Griffin getting all comfy in that pocket as he's looking around. He's going to throw a dart to Terrence Palmer. He's able to get 10 toes down and make it really nice. Makes it look really easy too. They did try to review it, but like, come on, man, that was definitely in. As Randy Young gets into the end zone, and that is going to tie the school record for most touchdown passes in, or touchdown catches in a single season, and that is our tight end doing that. Usually you see wide receivers doing that, but today it is the tight end's time to shine as that ties that school record. So, I mean, it'll be an interesting thing to follow for the rest of this game. See if we can get Randy Young into the end zone one more time. It is his final game here at Idaho as a Vandal. And, you know, right now he's doing good as Blake Griffin throws his first incompletion finally. And, wow, that is really interesting time to do it. It is only a minute and 30 left in the first half as we throw another incompletion. And as I was hyping this team up, we're starting to stall a little bit, but let's see if we can turn it around. And we almost threw an interception, so it looks like we may be settling for a field goal. Okay, so we actually did not get the field goal, which is a little disappointing. but UAB did not score to take advantage of it, so it's still a 21-10 ball game. But it's time for Randy Young! Oh my goodness! Way to get up there, big fella, to make that contested catch. He wants a bowl win to end his college career for sure. As Blake Griffin dropping back, he's going to get it off to Will Carter, who's breaking a couple tackles, almost gets the first down. As now, you know, this team, I know typically folks would go into a no huddle, but like, I know how this offense is. We are in no rush as Terrence Palmer gets us into the end zone again. That's Blake Griffin's 4th touchdown pass. Moving on to the second half though, as Idaho is enjoying a very, very nice 28-10 lead, as we're going to start things off with Will Carter getting up the left-hand side, get a gain of 6. He hasn't carried the ball all that much, only 6 carries so far. This will be carry number 7 right here. But when he does, he makes some good use for it, as there's Will Carter picking up number 9 yards. Yes, 5 yards per carry. You love to see it. But this is the Blake Griffin show today, though. As Blake Griffin's going to drop back the pass again, he's going to, of course, throw to Randy Young, because, like, they don't have an answer for Randy Young. So, I mean, if it's continuing to work, you know, we're going to keep going to it until they find a way to stop it. And that's exactly what's happening, as Randy Young gets open once again. And he's having a hell of a game. 6 catches for 100 yards. Griffin looking around, going to try to throw it one-on-one, but we throw an interception. That's our first turnover of this game. But, I mean, I'm not feeling too bad, because Lorenzo Walton, man, he's a beast himself. That's his 10th interception. That's a school record for them. So definitely no shame in throwing an interception to that man. But UAB's offense still can't find an answer, so we still have a 28-10 lead here at the New Orleans Bowl, as Fred Burnett makes another great catch, gain of 15. Really impressed by how ready our guys seem to be, just simply because UAB is so close to New Orleans. So for them compared to us, of course, like, it feels like a home game for them to a degree. And, you know, we're just going up in here and we're just basically kicking their ass in their own house, you know, which is always embarrassing if you're on the receiving end. But for us, we're certainly not complaining, as Michael Edwards picks up another first down for us. You love to see it. Alright, so, you know, now that we still have this big lead and we're getting late into the third quarter, so we're going to go ahead, maybe get some more running in, let Will Carter do his thing. He picks up 10 more yards on that, one of his bigger carries of the day. And since the 2nd and inches, you know, why not hit him with a play action, you know, devastate these guys for real. As look at this, Randy Young was wide open, but so is Dan Brothers, who's able to break a couple tackles, get to the 25, but of course, there's a flag on the play. It's our first flag of the game. You know, race is a huge game for us. It's going to be 2nd and 10 instead. So instead of a huge game, we lose like 10 yards. That's honestly really bad. As we try to throw to Randy Young on this next play, I thought that would be pass interference. But I guess calling that is a foreign concept in this game. It's whatever though. But we'll pick up the first down anyways. We don't need the refs' help to pick up first downs. I'll just like to see him give us a call every once in a while. It's not that hard. As there's Randy Young, another first down, 13 yards. Okay, baby. Oh man, gotta go with reliable here. Curls. Although no one's open, gotta pass off to Dan Brothers. What a helicopter down. That makes a small game just a little bit bigger. You know, this game of football is a game of inches. You know, any yard extra you can gain, that helps us out tremendously. As we got a cut, Will Carter, end zone, touchdown, Vandals. So UAB scores, but at this point, you know, this last quarter is mainly going to be a formality, unless something absolutely crazy happens here. But there's something crazy right there as Randy Young makes the catch, and that is catch number 96. It ties the school record there, and then also has the most receiving yards of any receiver that has ever attended Idaho. So now one more catch for Randy Young will give him the school record there. He already has 2 of them. Let's see if he can get the catches rated. We have about 5 minutes left to do this. Maybe a couple more offensive drives, give or take. As Will Carter, you know, he gets wide open there, gets us a gain of 14. Go ahead and try to run this play, though. See if we get Randy Young open. As, you know, he's looking around. I'm surprised he's not throwing it to Randy Young. He's going to instead opt to throw it to Will Carter. I guess he didn't feel comfortable with throwing that pass. I thought I would have put the trigger on it, but I guess past me, wasn't trying to, Drewski it, as not the expert would always say. But Michael Edwards, he picks up 8 more yards for us. He's having a decent game himself. 3 carries for 26. And we'll go to him again. Get some more rep time with Michael Edwards, and he gets us very, very close to the end zone. As now we got this 2nd and goal coming up here. See if we can get Will Carter open. He's almost in the end zone, but he's stopped at the 1-yard line. So we're gonna go ahead, go for it right here, 3rd and goal, and Will Carter can't get in. But you already know how petty I'm feeling, man. If we don't get this, they're gonna be on the 1 anyways. But we want this touchdown. We don't settle for field goals around here. Will Carter gets into the end zone, as that is going to cap it here, man. We're going to go ahead and nail it down. Get that 10 extra XP. Let that clock hit 000. And ladies and gentlemen, we actually did it. We took Idaho in the first season as an FBS coach, as an offensive coordinator. We took them to a New Orleans Bowl victory. What an exciting moment for these guys right here, man. I did not think it was going to be that great of a season. I thought we had hope of maybe going to a bowl game, if we had everything go our way. And we end up with that game going 11-2 on the season. And you see Blake Griffin getting the Idaho crowd hyped up with 5 touchdown passes. He absolutely deserves to be the player of the game, man. Alright, just taking a look at the scoring summary, and we were firing on all cylinders to start off. We had 14 points in both the first and second quarter in order to take a 28-10 lead at the half. And then in that 3rd quarter, man, we just finished things out. We grinded it out. We scored a touchdown in the 3rd quarter, and then we also scored in the 4th quarter as well. Just doing a really good job of taking care of that business. Heck of a win for our guys. And that's the first bowl win for the Idaho Vandals in a very, very long time. So I'm really excited we were able to end the season on such a high note. So after the game, we got word that multiple school records were broken for the Idaho Vandals this season versus Blake Griffin, who had nearly 5,000 passing yards, which eclipsed a school record that was set in 1987 by more than 800 yards, which is a great start. He also set the record for passing touchdowns. It was 33, and he threw 10 more than that. He had 43 touchdowns this season. Randy Young, our tight end, also set the record for most receiving yards in a season. He had almost 1,500 receiving yards through the year. Was putting in that work for us, man. And then we also been, checking out the stats for, the other guys that are on this team as well. I already talked about Blake Griffin, 43 touchdowns, 19 interceptions. We also got a little bit of run with Justin McCoy. He will be starting for this Idaho team next season, whether we're here or not. They had 124 yards, touchdown, interception, was 8 for 13, so he was efficient whenever he was in the game. Rushing game, we didn't really do too much with rushing. We typically aired it out over here in Idaho. Will Carter led us with 151 carries for 666 yards and 7 touchdowns. Michael Edwards was an excellent backup for us, though. He had 106 carries, 587 yards, and 8 touchdowns. We also got touchdowns from third-string running back Brandon Dunn, Lance Harley, and then Blake Griffin also had 3 touchdowns on the ground, but had negative 20 yards rushing. Receivers, I also talked about how Randy Young, an All-American if I say so myself, led the squad. He had almost 100 catches. He had 14 touchdowns. Terrence Palmer, Patrick Phillips, Brett Burnett all did their thing, scoring multiple touchdown passes. Same with Andre White and Matt Means. Will Carter was also able to get into the end zone with the catches. He had 23 catches for nearly 200 yards. And then Michael Edwards, our backup running back, also he had 12 catches for 64 yards and did have 1 touchdown as well. So that is our stats for over the course of the season. And look at that, I just now realized that we led the NCAA in passing by a mile. which is extremely cool to see. And Randy Young actually finished second place. He was actually just 25 yards short of leading the entire NCAA as a tight end, mind you. So that is absolutely insane. But guys, we have a tough decision to make. I am probably going to leave Idaho. You know, gotta move on to bigger things eventually. But I wanted to ask you guys, you know, should I go to a bigger school and being an offensive coordinator, or should I pursue maybe an opportunity to be a head coach? Let me know down in the comments below. This is John J Gaming on the mic, and I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in this video. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.